Short video, I'm going to cover what you need to get started with PHPStorm for the B43 class in PHPStorm. And we're using PHPStorm because many of you already have access to it because you downloaded it for another class. So we could use a different IDE, but PHPStorm works just fine. And when you open PHPStorm, we're going to be doing everything locally on your computer, so we won't be uploading to a server. So we'll just create a new project, and you'll see something like this window. If you have projects that previously existed in PHPStorm, they'll appear here. You might have an empty list, but you're going to just click New Project. And then what I would recommend is creating a folder on your desktop for the new project. Maybe call it comp B43, and then click open and make sure that the path here matches that. You do not need add the composer.json file. Don't worry about even what that is right now. And you're going to choose a PHP empty project, and you'll hit create. And you should end up with a window that looks like this. The nice thing about that is that you can then open that folder on your desktop and all your files will be right there, so you can submit those to Canvas or turn those in or share with other people or whatever you need to do. So to create a new file here, I'm just going to right click on the main project folder, the comp B43 folder, and I'm just going to choose HTML file. Even though this is a JavaScript class, we'll mostly be creating an HTML file. Occasionally we may create JavaScript files, but I will tell you in those specific instances, most of the time you're just going to choose HTML file, and you're just going to call it, if it's assignment 1, you might call it a1.html, and that way you can keep track of which files. And it should open up something like this. It's a blank file, and then you can write your code in that file. Now, when it comes to testing these, PHPStorm has a really nice built-in testing ability that mimics a browser. And if you click this little icon here that says built-in preview, it will give you a preview of your file. And that works just fine for all of your interactive elements and things like that. You don't need to hit run up here or debug because the preview of the file is already live. And if you have JavaScript in the file, that will be live as well. So that's a nice way to preview things. And you can see here, as you update and save, the preview updates automatically. So that's a really nice built-in facility in PHPStorm that allows you to edit and view the results of your code kind of as you go. Now, once you have the file to the point where you really want to do testing, you'll want to open it up in Chrome, because we want to do all of our testing for this class in Chrome. So you hit Chrome, and that will actually open that file in a tab in Chrome. You can see here that it's running on a localhost web server, so it's not uploaded to a foreign web server. It's not publicly available online. It's simply running on a small server on your computer, but you should get the full interactivity there. And if you go back to PHPStorm and make changes to that document, you can save those, and if you come back to your Chrome page, you can see it's already updated. So that's all really nice, easy to use features in PHPStorm, and that's how I would like you to set it up for this class.